Hello, world. Welcome to the Shannon Joy Show. Hello, world, and welcome to the Shannon Joy Show. We're broadcasting live from the Joy virtual studio right here in the beautiful Finger Lakes region of New York State. It is so great to be with all of you today. It is Tuesday, November 25th, very short holiday week. I hope all of you are gearing up and getting ready for Thanksgiving. It is one of my absolute favorite holidays outside of Christmas. It is devastatingly handsome Dr. Joy's favorite holiday. He loves it. He's an amazing cook, very handy in the kitchen. And so the two of us are going to be preparing a Thanksgiving feast coming up this week for about 18 to 20 people. We're going to shove into our house. It's going to be great. And I don't know about all of you, but I am ready to unplug from all of the craziness that is politics in the United States of America in 2025. They have all gone, done, and lost their damn minds. Every one of them. Gaslighting as far as the eye can see. It's amazing that we, the people of the United States of America, the average Joes, have to continue to convince our government that things aren't good economically for us right now at the grocery store, in terms of housing, in terms of jobs, labor, you name it. The wheels are falling off the Trump golden economy jalopy. And interestingly enough, they're still trying to gaslight us into believing that this is a golden economy, but it just isn't. So we have a lot of economic news to get to today. I don't know if I want to get to it because I am already starting to feel like I'm in that vacation mode. 3 days off. We're going to be running some best of the Shannon Joy Show tomorrow, Thursday, and of course, Friday. For our Rumble premium audience, we are going to be doing a live viewing behind that paywall of The Big Short. We should all understand how the fraud works in Washington, D.C. and on Wall Street. And so I thought it would be apropos to feature that movie with all of you. So we're going to be watching that mid to late morning on Friday. Really looking forward to hanging out with all of you. It is the premium content that you only get if you're a Rumble premium subscriber. So we're going to ask you to sign up for that today as well. As you know, you can see the headlines. We are welcoming the Brett Miller into the Joy virtual studio in about 15 minutes or so. He's the CEO of Galileyo, a very fast-growing, censor-free social media platform. He's an expert in data, communication, and security. And we're going to be talking about the DOGE that never barked, right? All of the fanfare and the hoopla about the Department of Government Efficiency, well, it never happened. They very quietly disbanded it just a couple days ago, late November, after 8 months of complete gaslighting, telling us that they were going to create efficiency and get rid of departments and slash all types of spending. And it was a lot of hype and hyperbole. Remember Elon Musk with the big chainsaw? He's going to, cut government spending and save all this money. Well, it never happened. In fact, Donald Trump and the Republicans, along with their counterparts, the Democratic Party, added $2.2 trillion to the national debt and deficit. They claim to have cut a couple $billion, but it looks like it's right around maybe 100 to 300 million in total, if it's even that. And those are some of the more aggressive estimates. So this thing is a complete joke. It never happened. It was never there. And it was me, Shannon Joy, one of the only voices in all of conservative media and, frankly, liberal media as well, because they were all freaking out about the slashing of government agencies. And I said to all of you, this is not happening. Don't buy it for 1 second. It is definitely a psyop, not real. This is going to come to nothing. And of course, tragically, I was right again. I continue to be right about basically everything. And believe me, I'm not happy about it because I have children. They need freedom and liberty and some semblance of a future in this country. And the more I'm right, the more difficult it gets for them to actually pursue happiness. and enjoy the freedoms and the liberties and the protections of our Constitution, which are being absolutely shredded. And that is the biggest non-story or non-promoted story of DOGE. They accomplished nothing, right? But they actually did something even worse and more sinister. Elon Musk, he's I saw Ron Paul in a video. I like Ron Paul. He's great. But he pushed out a video yesterday talking about how Elon Musk was right and Donald Trump should have listened to Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is on the outs. By the way, he's not on the outs. He was back in Washington, D.C., dining with the president and dignitaries, foreign dignitaries. So that was a joke as well. And I told you, your girl Shannon Joy told you that the fight between Donald Trump and Elon Musk is a fake fight. Elon Musk is not sad. He's not upset. He's not outraged about the Department of Government efficiency going, dark. He is actually laughing all the way to the bank because Elon Musk stole likely $1 trillion worth of your data in the 3 months that he operated DOGE. It was an information scraping operation, and it is breathtaking in scope. Kudos to Naomi Wolf and Daily Clout for breaking large aspects of this story, Wired Magazine as well, and also Catherine Austin Fitts. Again, I was the only girl in conservative or liberal media, for that matter, reporting to all of you how dangerous this data scrape was. Well, I have a report on this. Interestingly enough, it compiles the reports of Reuters, Washington Post, a lot of information that was pushed out on Twitter, and also federal lawsuits that were launched, as well as Wired Magazine, among others. And this amount of data, it is absolutely breathtaking. What Elon Musk and his technologists accomplished for him, likely, as I said, $1 trillion in private sensitive data about everything. That's the big story that no one is reporting. Well, we are going to report it today, and we're going to be talking to Brett Miller about that because he is a data and security expert, a cybersecurity expert, and also an expert in communications and preparedness. So that's going to be a great interview with Brett Miller, but we're also going to have some fun today. We are going to unpack. I have been looking forward to this for ages. Sat123, as you know, sponsor of the Shannon Joy Show. You guys always get great discounts when you go to sat123.com/joy. Everything you need for preparedness and also satellite phones and satellite phone packages. And they've been an amazing sponsor of the show for well over a year and a half. And we are launching a bunch of great deals for all of you for Christmas gift giving. And we're going to be giving away a ton of gear in December. Like I have $1,000 worth of gear right now that I'm looking at that we're going to be giving away to all of you, 12 days of giveaways. And Brett Miller is going to help me out with a lot of that. Well, today we are going to look at Tina Blanco. She is the founder and CEO of the Satellite Phone Store, and she's amazing. She created her bug out bag, which is a ballistic Faraday backpack full of literally everything that you need in case the lights go out. Like this bag could get you from New York State to California in the zombie apocalypse. That's how awesome it is. So we're going to unpack some elements of the bug out bag a little bit later today. So I'm really pumped to do that. And then, we're all going to head off to our Thanksgiving celebrations. And then next Monday, we'll meet back right here in the Joy Virtual Studio to do it all again, because there's a lot that's going to go down in the next 12 months. 2026. If you thought that 2025 was crazy, 26 is saying, hold my beer. It's only going to get crazier because the people who are running things in Washington, D.C. are lunatics. They've lost their minds. They have God complexes. They are drunk on cash. And there is no sense to anything that they're doing any longer. And so this is only going to degrade. It is why everyone is now moving from hope mode to fear mode. There's no greed. It's only fear. And that's why everything is contracting and everything is getting worse. So you're going to have to prepare spiritually. you're going to have to prepare financially, and you're going to have to prepare physically. And so preparedness is going to be a huge theme of 2026 for the Shannon Joy Show. So we have a lot to get to today. Thank you to TJ for producing the Shannon Joy Show today. And let's hit the live chat. I want to say hello to all of you and hear about all of your Thanksgiving plans. What are you guys up to? What are you excited for? Are you a guest at the Thanksgiving table or are you hosting? I want to hear from all of you. We have Lupine, the very first live chatter today on Rumble. Great to see you, Lupine. Guitar Lily is with us as well. Hey, CJP Rumble. Good to see you. Zoe Joey 123 is here as well. Hello, Honor Seeker. The Trump armor is showing cracks. Absolutely, Honor Seeker. Although I just saw a poll, it's probably from Fox News, so it's probably rigged. But they're saying that Trump, amidst all of the chaos, the crumbling of MAGA and Maha, Marjorie Taylor Greene, her breakup letter, the crumbling economy, all of the broken promises, the Epstein gaslighting, all of the things, right? And they're saying that he's still polling at around 80-some% among registered Republicans, which just blows my mind. But there's part of me that might believe that, given that a lot of registered Republicans get all of their news from Fox News. And so if they get all of their news from Fox News and the conservative right, talk radio, Sean Hannity, Mark Levin, you name it, the Blaze, they probably don't think anything is wrong because there are so many propagandists out there, tragically, who are lying to their audiences every single day about what's going on. But fewer and fewer people are falling for this, and that is a good thing. We have Buskman on the live chat. Great to see you. Futurez, our favorite Candace Owens PR person, who comes to the show every single day just to promote Candace Owens, because he doesn't like that I critique Candace Owens for protecting and defending self-admitted rapists, pimps, and pedophiles. But okay, I'm talking about the Tate brothers. Good to see you, Futurez. It's a free country and we love free speech. So if you want to spend the hour promoting Candace Owens, go right ahead. It's great to see you. Rusterly is with us on the live chat. General Patton joins us as well. Love seeing all of the new names and faces on the live chat. Max Glitman, great to see you. America is occupied. It does feel as if the CIA and the intelligence people and the military people and the DOD, it does feel as if they have turned their color revolutionizing on their own people right here in the United States of America. I feel like I'm being color revolutionized right now. Like they're running layered psyops after psyop after psyop, like the two-party political farce, the, all of the fake conservative movements, you name it, they're running it for sure. CJP Rumble, Fox News is absolutely atrocious, promoting data centers and AI, leaving out every bad move that Trump makes. Yeah, it is a 100% propaganda operation. That's the only thing that Fox News is good for, is to understand the talking points and the propaganda that is being sent out by the president of the United States of America. So I don't watch Fox. I don't listen to Fox. They aren't sources for the SJ show because they're being paid to run propaganda. It's pretty gross. Now, that's not to say that the left-wing news media isn't essentially paid to run left-wing propaganda for the Democrats. See, that's the game. They have to pretend that there's actually a choice, that the Democrats and the Republicans are fighting with one another and that your vote really matters in presidential elections, when more and more Americans are beginning to realize that they're rigged, it's fake, the Democrats and the Republicans are working together, and they have been for quite some time. We have a piece from Martin Armstrong. I tagged it, or I linked it. It's actually a video from Martin Armstrong. He's an investor who has basically predicted everything. And basically, this is what he had to say about the stock market and the U.S. economy. To your point, Max Glickman, in terms of America being occupied and everything being fake and ridiculous, gaslighting nonsense, right? I mean, that is what people are sensing. And This is what he had to say about how rigged these systems are. TJ, if you want to bring that up, let's watch this clip quickly before we get to Brett Miller. Go ahead and roll the tape.
What I've learned over the years is that capital, somebody always knows. The Hamas attack in October last year, you see all the defense stocks started moving a week in advance. Oh, yes. It's always the same thing. It doesn't matter what country we're looking at, somebody always knows. Look at this attack on Iran. All right. Normally, you would expect gold start taking off, dollar rising. Didn't happen. Why? They knew this was going to shut down really quick. All right. It's gold went right up, peaked on our model's specific, benchmark target, backed off. These things, when you look at the markets, they are objective. They're not emotional, and they show you what's happening.
It's absolutely true. And that's why we have to be clear-eyed and sober. We have to escape the propaganda and look at the market and the markets for what they actually are. Now, that was Martin Armstrong, Guitar Lily. Thank you for this tidbit. He is an economist, and his Socrates program predictions have been 100% right so far. And what he's saying essentially is that it's rigged. The game is rigged. The markets are rigged. The elections are rigged. And I agree with him because I've witnessed it. I see it with my own eyes, right? They are telling us, they're selling us a bill of goods and gaslighting us, telling us that the economy is great. Meanwhile, we know what we're experiencing at the grocery store. We know what we're experiencing at the gas station. We know what we're experiencing in our companies, our small businesses, and in our families. So this idea that somehow, they have the ability to convince us to believe our lying eyes, right? The grass is blue and the sky is green, and somehow it works for a certain percentage of the population of this country. It is up to those of us who are clear-eyed and who do not fall for this to let them know what's going on. And this is what is happening. I actually responded to Martin Armstrong's statement there on the twit as an explainer as to kind of why I think that we have arrived here 55 years after we went off the gold standard in 1971. And we cannot have nice things in the United States of America because a lot of it is on us. We have allowed the con men in Washington, D.C., Democrats and Republican, and in media and on Wall Street to divide us, thus distract us from their coordinated heist of the American economy and now our basic liberties. They have systematically obliterated free markets in this country, free market capitalism, and our wealth, our decentralized wealth that was spread across the middle class and lower classes. And yes, we had an elite rich class as well, but there was an opportunity for people to pursue wealth and to move through, to move between those different classes. And they have erased that. And they started with going off the gold standard, as I mentioned, in 1971, firing up the money printing machines, which have been churning and burning your cash for 50 years. And they've been stuffing that cash in their pockets. Printing trillions has allowed them to pocket and skim billions or more, if you believe Catherine Austin Fitts, who has accused them of actually stealing and erasing $21 trillion in wealth from the American economy and stashing it away in black budgets at the DOGE. And she's done exhaustive work on that. Highly recommend Solari Report if you want to read up on how they stole that money. But this bankrupts the middle class and also small businesses. Then what does that do? It makes you and me vulnerable. It makes the markets vulnerable. And that's when the corporate cronies, the vultures on Wall Street, can buy their competition for pennies on the dollar with the hordes of money that they have already gotten from government contracts, subsidies, tax loopholes, and straight up fraud and insider trading, stock pumps and dumps, you name it. Right? So the money gets printed, trillions of dollars. It siphons through Washington, D.C. The politicians pocket it and skim off the top. Then they hand it to their corporate cronies on Wall Street and in business. And that's how this Ponzi scheme continues. Meanwhile, they are completely devaluing your dollar while your wages and opportunities for labor go down. You're making less and less or about the same, but everything that you need to buy to live is going up and up and up. It is the most evil form of taxation, the hidden taxation called inflation, which is, by the way, a government creation. Inflation does not exist in natural markets. It is a creation by governments to steal from their people, and it is a tale as old as time. Governments have been debasing their currencies, the currencies that they foist upon citizens to use for thousands of years of human history. And the United States of America is no different than the Weimar Republic. It is no different from the Roman Empire. It is no different than empires preceding them. It always ends in the same event, and that's collapse. Now, that doesn't mean that you guys have to be victims. Preparedness is a way to make sure that you can actually thrive in this type of situation, because this is all cyclical. But this has allowed massive corporations to cheat. Okay? What Donald Trump is talking about is not a free market or capitalism or business, good for business. It is none of the above. Nothing that the tech bros or the people pushing data centers are talking about is actually a free market. They are cheating. They are rigging the market. And I would encourage you guys to go back and look at my interview with Tiffany Cianci, one of the best analysts out there today in terms of what is really going on. But, this has allowed them to cheat because they're creating monopolies, and their government counterparts, the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and also Biden and other presidents, destroy their competition through government, through taxation, shutdown, lockdowns, regulation, tariffs, and dollar devaluation, basically erasing small business, medium-sized businesses, and clearing the fields for these corporate monopolies, global monopolies. Now your money is worthless, but it is never enough for these predators. They want everything, every inch of land, water, commodities, gold, silver, even your bodies, because they've lost their minds. That's what happens with ill-gotten gains. And that's what greed will do. These people are so drunk on power and so convinced of their godlike qualities that they think that their tech, their AI, their biotech, their surveillance, their data collection will somehow usher us into a new utopia where no one needs a job. Hello, Elon Musk. Meanwhile, when you watch these people, you literally see them going crazy, like losing their minds. We watched it with Joe Biden. It is happening right now with Donald Trump. Elon Musk does not look well. Peter Thiel does not look well. None of the people around this president look well at all. They're losing their minds. And that makes everything dangerous for us. A lot of people will be sacrificed in their pursuit of power, which they'll never win at, by the way. We will come to a real awakening, not the fake one that they've been talking about at the rallies across the country over the past couple years, but a real awakening where the culture wakes up. And that's happening right now. God, guns, and gold, y'all. Thank you, Mark Reagan. I absolutely agree with you. But those were absolutely relevant statements from Martin Armstrong. And I want to encourage you guys to find good sources. Because again, 2026 and 27 are going to be tumultuous. Martin Armstrong is one very good source. I'm going to give you a few others right now. Jesse Colombo, The Bubble, Substack, awesome. The Finance Newsletter by Andrew Lokenauth on Substack, pretty good. Peter Schiff, of course, Schiff Gold, everything he does a weekly update. He analyzes markets, brilliant. Jack Gamble, who you have met, his handle is at JG_nuke on Twitter, and he's on YouTube as well. He does a daily market update. He is absolutely brilliant. And he's becoming a regular on the Shannon Joy Show as well. Make sure you're following Jack. He has his head on straight. Of course, the Solari Report, Catherine Austin Fitz, Ed Dowd right now. Follow him on Twitter. He's telling the truth about the way things are. Tiffany Cianci, who you've also met here on the SJ Show, absolutely fantastic. So buckle up. I would recommend, there are a lot of recommendations out there. I linked in the show notes a piece by Andrew Lokenouth. His finance newsletter is pretty good. He has some strategies for myself. Okay, this is not financial advice, but this is what I do. And I don't have that much money. We're solidly middle class here at the Joy household. But with what we do have and what we've saved, I'm about, 25% in cash and stocks, about 25% in real estate, about 25% in physical gold and silver, and then about 25% in land. So not my home, but in other types of real estate. So I'm an all of the above kind of gal. And because there is so much volatility out there right now, I have really diversified out of the stock market, but I am still in the stock market, just not as much as I was. And right now I'm doing very boring stocks. And Andrew Lokenouth talks about that in the finance newsletter. If you are in the markets, Procter and Gamble, diapers, the staples, super, super boring stocks that have not over time given huge returns like the tech and the AI, but are always, they're the type of stocks that people will need their products in a recession or a depression. He recommends staying in tech. I don't. I'm not recommending anything. I'm completely out of tech stocks. No Bitcoin, no crypto, no tech whatsoever. I think that bubble is outrageous. And with what we saw with NVIDIA last week, Bitcoin can't even get back above 90. So Bitcoin continues to just shred itself. So at this point, I think that the tech stocks are so overhyped. I don't think it's revolutionary. I don't think that AI is going to be the next god. And I absolutely do not think that robots are going to take over everything. I think that Elon Musk has lost his mind. I think he's going crazy. Okay. And if you doubt me, let's pull up. And I see that we have Brett Miller in the Joy Virtual Studio. So we're going to bring him in just a moment. If you doubt me about these people losing their minds, okay. We saw Elon Musk on Capitol Hill in the Oval Office. Sometimes he was swaying, looking like he was high as a kite. Other times he's kind of slurring his words and just kind of bizarre. We have the eye rolling and the neck rolling, and it's just all so weird. And by the way, I don't think he looks healthy, but this was weird too. I reposted this. He went on the Joe Rogan Experience, and this is what apparently the smartest, most intelligent, almost trillionaire Elon Musk thinks about and talks about and tries to do in his spare time. And I don't know, running 17 companies, trillions of dollars worth of subsidies and contracts with the federal government. By the way, you have all this information that you just siphoned out with your DOGE. And this is the kind of stuff that you do. This was Elon Musk with Joe Rogan. Just as an example, when I tell you these people are losing their minds, I mean they're losing their minds. And that's why they should not be in charge of anything. We have to absolutely decentralize power out of Washington, D.C. But this was the exchange between Rogan and Elon Musk. Go ahead and roll that tape, please.
If you want to have a good time or make people really laugh at a party, you can use Grok and you can do a vulgar roast of someone. And Grok is gonna be an epic vulgar roast. You can even say take a picture of make a vulgar roast of this person based on their appearance of people at the party.
So take a photo of them.
Yeah, just literally point the camera at them and now do a vulgar roast of this person, and then keep saying no, make it even more vulgar. Use forbidden words. Even more, and just keep repeating even more vulgar. Eventually, it's holy fuck. It's like, it's trying to jam a rocket up your ass, and have it explode, and it's it's next level.
It's gonna get
beyond
better.
Fucking belief.
That's what's crazy is that it keeps getting better. Remember when we ran into each other? They just keep getting better.
Yeah, have you?
All right. Yeah, that's enough.
Have you?
Yeah. That's enough. These two just keep getting stupider. I don't know how high they are, how much they've been doing, how much dope they've been smoking, or when was the last time they were in a sweat tent in Austin on psychedelics. But like, what? It is so dumb. These people are so dumb. These people are depraved, decrepit. They have way too much time, way too much money, way too much power, and they have a God complex. And by the way, they're idiots. I mean, and yes, they don't look healthy. They just don't look healthy. So let's not put our hope and our future in the hands of these idiots. Elon Musk, and by the way, he's in the mix, by the way, for presidential run, right? So all these people are being set up for the new PSYOP, and who's going to be the next president of the United States of America. That's why we have to keep an eye on them. And as I mentioned, Elon Musk has an unbelievable amount of power right now because he went in during DOGE and sucked up $1 trillion worth of your data. I'm going to go over that report with Brett Miller when we come back here in the Shannon Joy Show. We're going to spend about 15 minutes on that, unpack Tina's bug out bag, which I'm about. But I want to get his on what's going on with DOGE. Obviously, you see the headline. It is the dog that never, and but it's also a dog in terms of our privacy, our security, and the cool $1 trillion worth of wealth that Elon just stuffed right in his pocket when he went in with his technologists, sucked out critical amounts of government and personal data on nearly every single and unbelievable. You will not believe this report when we come. Keep it Shannon Joy Show.
What's going on, guys? Jonah here again with Satellite Phone Store, and today we are visiting Roman again at the ranch, and we're going to be looking at some EcoFlow products and the benefits of them, not only at home, but also in the outdoor life. Let's get to it.
What's up, everybody? Roman again with Satellite Phone Store. Today I'm here with EcoFlow products. We got some really awesome products today between battery packs and solar panels. Whether you're at home during an emergency preparedness type situation, or you're just out with your friends hanging out in the woods, you're always gonna have the power that you need for whatever you have going on. So right here we have the EcoFlow Pro Delta 3, which is a whole home system. You can actually power your entire home with it. And then attached to that, we have the 220 watt bifacial solar panel. The cool thing about this is if you have it set out, you don't have to move it every couple of hours to make sure it's facing the sun. It's always going to be absorbing sunlight and always charging your battery packs. One thing I like about this system right here is, like I said, during an emergency situation, I can power my entire house with it. And then right here, we actually have the River 3 Plus. It's a much more portable system, but still giving you plenty of power for whatever you've got. Attached to that, we have the 60 watt solar panel, so you can continue to charge this if you're out in the woods or any situation where you're away from the power grid. I love having this because I can put it in my backpack, you can keep it in your car, and you can power any electronics you need. One thing I love about having this portable battery system is it allows me to stay on the go. A lot of times when I'm out in the woods or if I'm out recording, my camera runs out of batteries a lot sooner than I think. So I can keep them charging and then keep moving on with the mission.
RocketDollar.com/Shannonjoy. That is RocketDollar.com/Shannonjoy. Amazing sponsors of the Shannon Joy Show. And with Rocket Dollar, you can move a portion of your retirement out of the government to Wall Street controlled stock market and into private investments, physical gold and silver, and or real estate, which is what I love about Rocket Dollar. I just did an interview last week with Henry Yoshida. You just saw on that commercial that we ran, but this is from Technocracy. Patrick Wood wrote this. Even the tech billionaires at this point know that the AI bubble is about to burst. And he says that AI is the mother of all the bubbles. And when it pops, the explosion will take out most of the AI companies, all of their suppliers, writes Patrick Wood. Work will stop on half-finished AI data centers. Others will be shuttered because there will be no money to maintain them. When corporations realize that the ROI on billions of dollars invested never materialize, many will collapse under their own weight. And when that happens, as you all know, 30 to 40% of the entire value of the stock market is in the Magnificent Seven, those 7 tech companies. If you are not diversified out of the traditional retirement funds that are featured in the 401ks and IRAs, you are at risk. It's not just gold and silver, physical gold and silver, but they also have real estate, private equity, private corporations, even crypto, if you're interested in crypto, which I am not, but they give you that option as well. So go to rocketdollar.com/joy. That is rocketdollar.com/Shannon Joy. Welcome back, everyone, to the Shannon Joy Show. Today, we're talking about DOGE, the dog that never barked, but actually took a bite out of your privacy in an absolutely extraordinary way that very few outlets have reported on, particularly conservative outlets. We haven't really heard a lot on this. To help me unpack this story and also talk about preparedness a little bit later in the show is our good friend and regular contributor on the Shannon Joy Show, Brett Miller. He's the CEO of Galileyo. It is a super fast-growing, censor-free social media platform. He is an expert in communications and cybersecurity and preparedness. And we're just super thankful for you and everything that you're doing. This is sponsored by Satellite Phone Store, again, who is an amazing sponsor of the Shannon Joy Show. Couldn't bring this show to you every day without them. And Brett, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Shannon. How are you?
I'm great. Great to see you. I'm super pumped. So Brett and I, in about, let's say 20 minutes, we're going to take a look at Tina's bug out bag, which is unbelievable. We're going to unpack it. We're going to talk about preparedness in context of everything that is happening today in politics. And I can't wait to go through that. Zombie apocalypse, alien invasion.
I got all the gear.
We're ready to go.
Gear, Shannon.
And and listen, Brett walks the walk. He walks the walk. He doesn't just talk to talk. Like yesterday, I called him to talk about what we're going to talk about today in the show. And like the chickens are in the background. Like he's wrangling the chickens, getting everything to go, like off the grid living. I love it. I love it. So we have a lot to get to.
Yes, I have my aviary, my chickens and turkeys, and we get eggs, and we're making more of everything. I got quails running around too. So I was actually looking for a peacock, but I don't know if I can eat peacock. So I think I'm going to hold off on that.
Do you really need a peacock in the zombie apocalypse? Like, is that a necessity?
It would just look cool.
Yeah, it would cool.
I think it would just look neat. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So we're going to go into preparedness. It's going to be a huge thing, a central theme on the Shannon Joy Show in 2026, spiritual preparedness, financial preparedness, and also physical preparedness. I think that the more prepared you are, the easier it is to resist and say no to any type of government intervention or any type of government initiative. If you are prepared and they try to put you on the digital ID, you're going to be able to say no. If you're prepared and they try to put you on a digital dollar, you're going to be able to say, no, thank you, right? And we need as many Americans out there prepared financially and physically for what is coming. And I know that you share that sentiment, Brett. It's something that's important to you.
I do, and thank you for that. I mean, you're very eloquent. I couldn't say it better. I'll just try to say it as cool as you did. But yeah, I mean, I grew up, I was a Boy Scout when I was a kid. I grew up on a small farmhouse. My parents had a place that they got because post-Vietnam, it was like 1 acre in security. That was the saying for my parents' generation. So I think it always, stuck with me. Then I joined the military, and through the military, you learn a lot of outdoor stuff. And I've always enjoyed the outdoors and things. Yeah. From there and getting into, being part of the Satellite Phone Store, running Galileyo, which is an off-grid communication platform, and working hand in hand with all these great satellite devices, satellite companies, satellite providers, and then having bug out bags, which we're going to go through, and having solar generators and all this great stuff. You know, I am where I need to be so that I can explain to people how important it is to realize that, you know, you're one emergency away from no one answering that phone. You know,
Right.
you are your own first responder. We rely on so many other people, things, institutions, systems that we have no control over that our great grandparents did not. And if you're here now, you're a survivor because your great grandparents survived without all these things. And I just think what we're seeing now moving forward is that some of these institutions through DOGE are showing that, hey, this is fraud. There's nothing behind this. This is like, you know, Oz. There's nothing but a man behind this curtain, and that man's broke. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, things are going to get pretty bumpy in 2026. And I want to go over, you are the perfect expert to have on the show today, because the big news headline early this week, DOGE is done. It's over. It was never there to begin with. It was always a psyop. Anyone who listened or watched the Shannon Joy show knew from day one, because I told you, that there was no there. They weren't going to cut a damn thing. In fact, they added $2.2 trillion to our debt over the past 8 months. Okay?
I mean,
and DOGE is done.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, I mean, the whole admin's a psyop. I mean, why would DOGE be any different? Kash Patel's on vacation permanently. Trump is lying every second. The government's been off. They're just on vacation. We're going to work 100 days this year, if that. So that's the like maximum of 3 months, right? That they're going to actually work, your government, your Congress. Yeah, and then DOGE gets in there. We start exposing all this fraud, and then Elon gets a black eye. Seems like he's all like loopy on some sort of something. And then, little X tells Donald Trump to shut the F up, and then they kick him out, and that's it. I guess story's over, right? Problem solved. America's healed again. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Here's the deal, though, Brett Miller. Elon Musk looks like the cat that ate the canary, okay? Because he escaped. Yeah. Might have had a black eye, but dude escaped with $1 trillion in private government and personal data. This is what I want to go over, this report. I would recommend that you guys take a look at the reporting of Naomi Wolf over at Daily Clout, and also Catherine Austin Fitz over at Solari. I had both of them on in February of 2025 of this year. They were ringing the alarm bell about the data dump, the scraping that was done by Elon Musk and his team of technologists. So I want to go through this. TJ, I am getting a little bit of feedback on my mic, just so that you know. I don't know if you can hear that as well, Brett. But if you could take care of, beautiful. Thank you so much, TJ. Appreciate you. So what I did is we have reported on this extensively, but I decided to ask Elon himself. I decided to ask Grok to overview and to value the amount of data that Elon stole with his DOGE operation. And I want to go through that with you, Brett, if you don't mind. Okay. This report is stunning. And this is from Elon himself. And again, TJ, I'm still getting feedback. I can hear myself as I'm talking. And I don't think anyone else can, but it's really annoying. So it's like making me, there we go. TJ, you're brilliant. Thank you so much. Okay, we're good to go. So Brett, this is the report I got from Grok and essentially Elon himself, right? Because we know that everything that we learn from Grok is approved by the censors over at X. And okay, TJ, now I can't hear myself, but I can't hear Brett. Brett, can you say hello?
I can hear you perfectly. You sound amazing.
Okay.
But yeah, I
think we're good. Yeah.
I'm excited to hear how all of my information is now in Elon Musk's phone.
It's terrifying. I mean, it did not surprise me that about a month later, he was reported to become the first trillionaire in the world. And I'm like, of course he is, because of what he stole during DOGE. So this is from the report. A key aspect of DOGE's work involved granting Elon Musk and his team unprecedented access to federal databases across at least a dozen agencies. So this included, ready, sensitive personal and operational data from systems like Social Security Administration, the Internal Revenue Service, the Treasury Department's payment systems, Medicare, Medicaid, the Department of Veterans Affairs, and many others. The access enabled by, and this was enabled by executive orders put in place by President Donald Trump, and also affirming Supreme Court rulings, sparked privacy concerns, obviously, and concerns about conflicts of interest, given the fact that Elon Musk is also one of the biggest, fattest welfare queens on the face of the planet, enjoying largesse from the federal government in the form of multiple contracts and subsidies for his various operations. So this guy is double, triple, and quadruple dipping, and now he's stolen your information. They hold billions of dollars in federal contracts, by the way. So the DOGE scraping wasn't even scraping, Brett. And I'm going to pause for a minute. It gets worse, okay? The scraping wasn't even a traditional web scraping, but according to Grok, a systematic extraction and analysis of government-held data to fuel AI-driven audits. His team, including young coders and AI experts with no clearance, no background checks, no oversight or scrutiny from various government entities or elected officials. This was out of the purview of Congress, out of the purview of your democratically elected senators and congressmen. This was all initiated via executive order. They use tools to query and reconcile databases for fraud detection. And they, for example, cross-referencing payments, contracts, and employee records. And reports have now described DOGE siphoning untold terabytes of data, including, and then after this, I'm gonna flip to you because I want to get your thoughts. Personal data, Social Security numbers of millions, hundreds of millions of Americans, bank account and routing details, tax records, biometric info, and medical histories, i.e., drug or alcohol treatments for hundreds of millions of Americans. Operational data, federal contracts, investigative files on employees, cryptographic keys for secure facilities, and details on vulnerable populations, for example, low-income housing recipients and at-risk children, and AI integration. Data was fed into custom AI models, private, potentially linked to XAI, to identify waste, fraud, and abuse that was never identified and never gotten rid of, but the tools hallucinated contract values and produced errors according to this. I'll pause.
Sounds like all the information you would ever need to perfectly make a social credit score and then inject the chip into somebody so you could track them like a dog. If you know everything about them, their habits, their passwords, their criminal background, their personal background, their financial background, their societal place, their socioeconomic standard, their travel behaviors, their interests, their web browsing behaviors and patterns. Sounds like you could, put everyone into a perfectly new world order, brave new world type scenario where you could track and trace everyone very easily with all that information, because it seems like you know everything about everybody.
That's right.
Would be my guess.
And if you believe the mantra that information is power, data is power, it is the power, what do you say about an unelected corporate crony, techno-fascist, drug addict, it seems, like Elon Musk, got access to
you
all
could go
of this
down
data?
the list. Yeah. I always like this one. So, everyone knows who Moloch is, right? Moloch, M-O-L-E-C-H. There's also another spelling of it. It's M-O-L-E-K. And if you take Elon Musk, I love anagrams. You take Elon Musk and you just rearrange the letters, you make sun, S-U-N, Moloch. And sun is also son of, right? So son can also represent the words son of. So Elon Musk's name is an anagram. I didn't name him. It's not me. I'm just do anagrams. Is an anagram for son of Malek. So he's the son of a demon. That's what his name says, just by the letter. You just organize letters. Just like Peter Thiel is the reptile. Not a missing letter, not a missing word, nothing. I think I did. But I'm telling you again, because I want your audience to put these things together, right? Like the very first day Trump was in office, he had all of the heads of big tech in there, and he gave $500,000 here for this technology, or $500 million here for this technology, $500 million here. He's giving money away. Then he hosts Bill Gates at the office, at the White House, has a nice dinner with Zuckerberg. And then he flies to Europe and he has the big dinner with all the kings and all of them are there. All of Sam Altman and all the tech gurus and all the BlackRock gurus, and everyone's there. I mean, I don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to go, yeah, that guy's like hanging out with all the people that he said that were against as a group, as a combined as a country, as a civilization, as a humanity, because those people are very much for a silicon world, track and traceable, tokenized. We're going to tokenize your life. That's what the CEO of BlackRock said. We're going to tokenize everything in the world. I don't want to be a token. My feelings aren't tokened. My family's not tokened. Water is not tokened. Certainly not by BlackRock, right? So, but that's what's happening. These are the facts that, Donald Trump has ushered in a track and traceable system that, is marking you like a beast. So these are the people that are building this. Elon Musk with Neuralink and all these other guys. And I'll just say this with Elon, and then I'll pass the mic back to you because I don't want to get too conspiratorial here. But, when I pointed out that Tesla takes $8 billion a year on Twitter through our company account, that Tesla takes $8 billion a year, and then every year the richest man in the world takes his money from Tesla. And I'm sorry, Tesla takes $8 billion a year in subsidies from the government. So it takes $8 billion a year in tax dollars. And then Elon takes his money from Tesla.
Right.
Then he's not really like making revenue. He's not really the richest man in the world. He's just the biggest tax recipient in the world because it's not really making the money.
The biggest,
I pointed that out and I got shadow banned.
Did you?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've had multiple viral posts since then, and I can't get over. We were on our way, and now I have below 200 on our thing. And every time it climbs, we'll have a viral post. It just gets shut right back down. So someone behind the scenes or some code in there has shadow banned us. But that's all right. I have my own app. I don't need him. But
that's okay.
It's interesting when you talk about the richest man in the world. It's not really. So go ahead.
Brett Miller, he is the biggest, fattest, nastiest corporate welfare queen on the face of the planet. Like he would make welfare queens blush. And I see all of these memes. Conservatives and Republicans get so outraged by some lady who's getting food stamps or SNAP, and she's at the store and she's like, look at my pop, look at my this, look at my that. And, maybe she's scamming the system a little bit, right? Because that's what people do sometimes. And they will lose their minds over that.
Yeah.
But Elon Musk wants to put a chip in your brain. Okay. He stole your private sensitive data, and he is stealing your money through government subsidies for his BS ugly electric cars that explode in hot balls of flame if they, have a little fender bender, which they're also covering up in the federal government. I mean, he's such a fraud. Does it surprise you? This is the thing that I can't even fathom. How is it that Ron Paul loves Elon Musk so much? How is it that constitutional conservatives or fiscal conservatives love Elon Musk so much when he is siphoning so much money out of the federal government through subsidies? How is it that conservative Christians, he's the guy who wants to put the chip in the back of your head. The conspiratorial Christians are like, oh my God, the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. Okay, well, have you thought about this guy who actually wants to chip your brain? Like it's crazy. Go ahead.
You know, I mean, everyone's sucking off the system. That's what DOGE did show you. Like, the positives from it were all the fraud. I mean, you realize that we're spending billions, trillions of dollars a year in nothing, in fake companies. I mean, that I forget what her name was, the Department of Energy lady, in the 90 days between when Biden got kicked out or lost the election, removed, well, not kicked out, but when Biden, I wanted him kicked out. When Biden left office and when Trump won the election and when he took office, there's like a 90-day window in there. The Department of Energy released $93 billion in funding to companies. It was like hundreds of companies. None were vetted. Most of them had been started within like 30 days of that disbursement. And that's more money than the Department of Energy has ever dispersed. And they did it within a 90-day period. So everyone is just raping the system, really. They're just taking your money as a taxpayer. And I think, as much as Nikola Tesla is super cool. I love the idea of free energy. I was an old fan of Who Killed the Electric Car way back in the day. There was a documentary on who killed the electric car when Toyota made the EV1. I remember that stuff. I remember the old family that made the roads out of solar panels. It was an old couple. They were like 90. And when they did this documentary, and you could drive if you paved one state's roads with these solar panels that you could drive on, they're very durable. You could power the entire country. If you paved the whole country with these roads and pulled up the asphalt and put down this solar panel, you could power the world. And that was bought by like Chevron and disappeared. So I've been a fan of all of these technologies that, Elon Musk is supposedly running. However, I'm also, old enough and learned enough to know that he didn't create all this stuff, right? Like, he didn't actually start the Tesla Core company. He took it, he bought it, and then he, there's a whole fight, then getting people removed from it. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we're being told to like idolize these people. But I think the through line is, the technologies are great. Starlink is awesome. Solar panels are great. I like them. I like, solar generators, so with solar panels, I get solar generated power, so there's a lot of the technologies that I use. I play around with copper and magnets sometimes just to see if I can get a light bulb to go on. There are so many fascinating energy sources and things that we're giving credit to like a single guy, when actually it's the human experience. These are collective technologies that should be shared by all of us and implemented to better humanity, not implemented to like control us like a bunch of animals, which it seems like, unfortunately, the nefarious leaders are trying to do. So again, I just encourage people, utilize the technologies to benefit you and your family. Utilize it so that it helps you out when you need it. And then, say no to things that are invasive, that are, overbearing, or just seem maybe a little too Revelation 9:13 like, or what is it, 6:13 or Revelation,
Listen,
whatever that passage is, the mark of the beast. Yeah.
Brett Miller, this is one of the reasons why I like to talk to you, though, because I do think that the trend for the 21st century, post 2025, the next few decades, is going to be decentralization and emancipation from these collectivized systems. And technology is going to play a huge role in that. People are going to have to use technology. I envision a 21st century kind of homesteading where regular people can escape the urban areas and get out of the cities and spread out. How bad they'd be so pissed off if we were able to spread out all across the United States of America and establish our little homesteads and power those homesteads, generate our own energy and allow ourselves to operate off the grid. People are really into this right now. And there is some really amazing technology out there that I think can allow people to emancipate from these control systems. But this is why they have to dump so much money, collapse our economy, and enslave us in their systems, because they don't want that to happen. So this is what we're trying to do, is avoid that. Go ahead, Brett.
Well, I was just going to say, you're absolutely right, 100%. First thing, the technology's there, and you can build this with your community. I was also going to say all of the famous communists, Mao Zedong was very famous for this, for taking the farmers from the farms, putting them into the city, and then sending them back out as workers. So removing people from the rural areas is a very communist type ideology. But I just lost my other point. You were saying
I was talking
anyway,
about
go ahead,
homesteading, 21st century homesteading. Technology is going to be necessary.
And it feels good. It feels good to like to not eat, McDonald's, to go put your feet in the grass. Like walk outside, take your shoes off, and just put your toes in the grass on some day and look up at the sun. I mean, it feels good. And that's what I was gonna say. It's a race. They're racing you right now. They're racing humanity's awakening. They're racing the quickening. Everything seems faster. What's done in the dark will be brought to the light. So many things. Look at all the people that you're like, wait a minute, you're bad too. You're bad too. Wait, everybody.
So true.
I mean, and they're racing to get this technology away from you. They don't want you to have the internet. They want to take it from you. They don't want you to have a satellite device. They want to control everything you say, and it's hard to monitor satellite devices. They don't want you to have the solar panels. They want to make it really expensive so that you're forced to get on the grid. And then only the government can afford the solar panels and the wind farms and all this kind of stuff, right? These technologies have not only been dampened over time, right? I mean, what's the first light bulb is still burning in that firehouse in New York City? It's been burning for like 200 years. It's a light bulb. It's been on for 200 years straight. You could go look it up. It's super famous. It's like, but my light bulb burned out. I plugged it in, it burned out like minutes. It's like, so the technologies have been dampened. We can see that planned obsolescence. That's a real thing. Everybody's aware of that. The vacuum cleaners that don't last, the refrigerator that breaks, the cars that break down, right? So we're seeing this, but the race is against you. It's against you and your household. It's against your mind, and it's against your spirit and your soul, and it's against your ability as a household to, just like you said, to maintain your household without government subsidies, right? To power your home, to water, your family, to get your family water your plants, grow your crops, to be able to hunt, to be able to start a fire, to be able to stay warm, stay cool, to be able to do, first emergency alert, first responder type stuff, first aid. Right. Sorry, I had a little blank there, but that's the race. The race is to make you dependent on everything and go, you need this phone, you need this app, you need this thing, you need this thing, you need this government, you need this, tax relief, you need this. When actually, I didn't need you to begin with. My great grandparents didn't need you, and neither did yours. And everybody listening, they didn't need all this. So you don't need it either. You just need the education. And that's the race. The race is this technocratic control system racing against your knowledge and mind. And like I said, this awakening.
And I think it's very important, that statement, that this is not about being anti-technology. You and I both acknowledge, and I think everyone watching today acknowledges that technology is good. If it can further human flourishing, we want to use it, and we want to use it to become free and emancipated from government controllers. So that's not the discussion we're having here. What we're trying to explain to all of you is the fact that these tech people are tech fascists. They do not love liberty. They do not love freedom. They hate humanity. They would like to mechanize humanity. They're very bizarrely into transhumanism. It's very weird. And they are wolves in sheep's clothing. And that's the warning that we have for you today with Brett Miller. When we come back, we're going to continue this discussion. But I do want to, Mary New, I see your comment on the live chat. And this is important to know. This is a theme, and I'm glad you brought this up. She said, Ron Paul, number one, Rand Paul is still promoting Elon Musk and still calling for his DOGE operations. Ron Paul, despite being a free market libertarian during his 2008 and 2012 campaigns, couldn't speak highly enough about one Peter Thiel, who is the really creepy techno-fascist in chief, who we have exposed on this show many, many times. Now, the theme there is the Libertarian Party. And tragically, the Libertarian Party, Peter Thiel purchased it probably about 15 20 years ago even. I mean, this has been a long goal of Peter Thiel to use the libertarians to think that they were going to, usher in some type of libertarian utopia using technology. And Peter Thiel was there to help them do that. Peter Thiel is a fascist, plain and simple. He does not believe in voting. He does not believe in our representative republic. He does not believe in our Constitution. He has publicly stated that he thinks that elite technocrats should make all decisions like CEOs, so that we need to move into a new techno feudal monarchy-like system in the 21st century. So it is a damn shame that people like Ron Paul and Rand Paul will promote this guy who is an absolute villain. He's worse than a socialist or a communist. He's a full-scale tech fascist. And he's not even ashamed of it. He'll say it blatantly. So I just want to give you guys that warning. Again, we have to be really careful with our sources, but there's been a lot of work. Whitney Webb and Mark Goodwin
She's great.
have done an enormous amount of reporting on Peter Thiel and his ideology, and particularly how he infiltrated and essentially took over the Libertarian Party. And that's why libertarians like Ron Paul apparently, still like him, likely because he's funding them. So I just wanted to let you guys know what's really going on with that. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to unpack that bug out bag in the theme of preparedness. And as a big thank you to our sponsors over at the Satellite Phone Store. By the way, we're going to be giving away a ton of goodies and gear in December. 12 days of giveaways from the Satellite Phone Store. Brett is going to help me do that. So we're working on gearing up and getting ready to go. We're going to be giving away a lot. And there are a lot of gift giving opportunities for all of you this Christmas season. So we're going to be doing that in December, but we're kicking it off with the bug out bag. Again, this thing, it is Tina Blanco's creation. She's the CEO of Satellite Phone Store. And this baby could get you from New York to LA in the zombie apocalypse. That's how great this bug out bag is. It has everything you need, weapons included. And we're going to start unpacking that with Brett Miller when we come back. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. It's probably going to be a multi-part series as we take apart all of the things that you need. And this is it launches us into really great discussions about preparedness. So when we come back, we are going to begin the unboxing of Tina Blanco's bug out bag right here on the Shannon Joy Show. Keep it tuned.
Hey guys, Justin here with the Satellite Phone Store. And with things like Starlink, satellite messengers and all that, are satellite phones still really something useful in 2025? Well, that depends. If you're deep in the backcountry, out at sea, or working in remote areas and need reliable voice communication, a satellite phone is still unmatched. Unlike messengers that only send a text message, or Starlink, which requires a battery and a big bulky antenna, a satellite phone doesn't require any setup, it doesn't require Wi-Fi, it's a grab-and-go solution that works anywhere in the world. Whether your livelihood depends on it or you're on some crazy expedition somewhere, having a satellite phone with you is the best way to communicate. If you're in an emergency situation, sending a text message may not actually be enough. So being able to hop on the phone with a medical professional or search and rescue and be able to describe exactly where you are may be the way that saves your life. So having a satellite phone, especially in 2025, is still a very useful tool.
I want to talk quickly, though, about Rocket Dollar. They are new sponsors of the Shannon Joy Show. You guys are going to meet Henry Yoshida. We're going to do a full hour on the economic pain, inflation, and what regular Americans can do to protect themselves as we move towards recession, potentially depression, and conceivably even a currency collapse. You need to protect yourself. You need to protect your family. And one of the ways that you can do that is through a self-directed IRA. Go to rocketdollar.com/Shannon Joy today. There's a free guide that you can sign up for where you can learn all about how to take control of your investments and your retirement. You can do that through Rocket Dollar. It is rocketdollar.com/Shannon Joy. That is rocketdollar.com/Shannon Joy to learn about how you can invest in real estate using your own hard-earned retirement savings.
This is Jennifer with darkbags.com. I wanted to show you our latest product. This is our laptop sleeve that has a over-the-shoulder carrying strap, as well as these two straps on the side, so you can kind of hold it like a briefcase. What's special about this is that there's actually a Faraday bag built in to this backpack that fits up to a 17-inch laptop. So here's my laptop, I'm gonna put it in. Once you put your laptop into this sleeve, your company can no longer track you, because they do track you after you log off of work and you put your computer to the side, they're still tracking you wherever you go. Another thing that's awesome about the Faraday pouch that's in this bag is that it blocks excessive EMF radiation that's being emitted to you, so that those harmful pulses will not reach you. And also, in case there's an EMP, this protects your electronics from the EMP. So not only does it fit your laptop, you can put your phone, you can put your wallet in here as well, and it will be protected. There is cushioning on the sides, so it'll keep all of your electronic accessories safe in here. This will be available on darkbags.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Shannon Joy Show. Of course, we are so thankful for our sponsors over at the Satellite Phone Store. sat123.com/joy for all of your holiday gift giving. The JOY promo code will always give you 10% off your entire order. Whether it's Faraday bags, beanies, blankets, bug out bags, satellite phones, satellite phone plans, you name it, they have it. Solar panels, generators, everything is 10% off when you use that JOY promo code. So gear up. As I mentioned, we're going to be giving away a lot of great items from the Satellite Phone Store in the next month or so for holiday gift giving. So without further ado, I do want to welcome Brett Miller back into the Joy Virtual Studio. We are going to unpack. I've so been looking forward to this. Tina is amazing. Yes. And she's the CEO of the Satellite Phone Store. She is the creator, the creative genius behind the bug out bag, which, as I mentioned, will get you from New York to LA in the zombie apocalypse and probably back again. Okay. No one's going to get you if you have the bug out bag. And I thought that an unpacking and unboxing would be really super fun. And so you have the bag ready to go and you're all ready for us. Why don't I let you start this off, and we'll begin unpacking and having conversations about the items necessary in the bag, including, the bag itself.
Yeah. So, I have an older version of the bag. So mine's just a bag, but we have a lot cooler updates on the bag. But what's inside the bag is, the awesome stuff, because I just want to say there's bulletproof options, Faraday options, all kinds of cool stuff with our bags, darkbags.com. So, some of the bulletproof bags are pretty big, pretty small, but this bug out bag specifically, this is I love this thing because this is everything you need that you didn't think of, that you hadn't thought of, or you're not thinking that you need when you're going to actually need it. And I know that because I did, like I said, I was a Eagle Scout. I did a search team for a while. I was a Marine. I did a lot of forward observing, things like that. And now I'm a hunter. So I go out and I do all kinds of hunting and fishing and camping and go chase animals through the mountains by myself. So, the bug out bag is real cool. I'm going to start with just some of the higher ticket items that come in here, that come with the bag. Most importantly, I feel like always communication. So with the bug out bag, you get a bivy stick. Let me put it on this way. You get a bivy stick and you get an extra phone. Now, why is that important? Well, because you also get the Faraday bag to put it in. Now, in an EMP scenario, in a flood, in a fire, right? Any kind of something happens to your phone, something happens to you, you got to run out, whatever. You have this little kit right here. This is a satellite off-grid communication kit that comes right in this bag first out of the gate. So you just turn this Bluetooth, or turn this bivy stick on, turn the Bluetooth on this prepaid phone. This is 2 years prepaid for both of these devices. And you now have an emergency phone in a Faraday bag, which is waterproof too. So you have that. That's just number one, my favorite. Communication, information is key. On the battlefield, information goes up and down. right? So you need to hear what's going on in the active scenario, in the active area, and you also need to know what's going on outside so that you can call for help or know where help is going to be, say like for drops or food drops or things like that. Next thing in here I love, because I'm a fan, is a knife. These are Dawson blades, designed by Mike Adams and Dawson Knives. Every bag comes with one knife. These are two different kinds that I have because I'm a little knife guy. I like knives. I don't know if you can tell, but I like sharp things. But yeah, so you get a knife here. This has the clip-on sheath, self-holding, right?
Yep.
Ready for any kind of molly gear, any kind of backpack gear. So you get your blade. You always need a blade for that. Next, boom, we stock you with some genuine silver, some real deal silver. You get, I want to say 7 pieces or 8 pieces of silver. Now, since I got my bag, the increase in price of silver has added another about 15% off the price because this keeps going up in value. And I think when the economy crashes, which it probably will, this little pouch alone with these pieces of silver is gonna offset the cost of the entire bag itself. Because this right now you get silver in there. Go ahead.
I want to say right now, silver spot price is around 51, and they broke that $50 mark a few weeks ago. And silver has been very, very strong. I think the gold spot price was about $4,150 today. And I just reviewed a piece by Jesse Colombo over at the Bubble last week, and he's predicting. I mean, if they continue to devalue our dollar, and they continue to debase our currency, which seems like that is the name of the game for the next 2 to 5 years foreseeable future, then
the shiny stuff.
Gold and silver is only going to grow exponentially. And he said, I mean, this kind of blew my mind, but he was saying potentially $20,000 gold, $500 gold, especially if they completely debase the dollar. We move off of the dollar as the world reserve currency. And then gold has already become a tier 1 asset. So this is kind of already in play. Everyone else in the world kind of knows that this is going on. Americans don't because our media shields us from it. But yeah, that's great to have.
Yeah. And another thing about, you get silver in the bag. Another thing about silver that they don't tell you is that there isn't enough of it. Silver is used in missiles, in computers, in tech. Silver is used in AI. A lot of these super gigacenter, mega center data centers that they're talking about, they all need this shiny little stuff, and there's not enough of this. So this is already artificially
suppressed.
It's suppressed. Thank you. I'm having trouble with my words today. Artificially suppressed, right? Why should silver be any? Is it easier to get than gold? Is it just like laying on the side of the street everywhere? No.
Yeah.
It's artificial because they use it in tech, and the technology and the weapons companies don't want to have to pay an exorbitant amount. They don't have to pay $4,000 an ounce for it. So they only make it $50 an ounce. But one day this is going to equal what your gold is going to equal. And to your point about the dollar, I mean, an ounce of silver in Zimbabwe is like $1 trillion right now. So, right? Like, so what? It's $4,000. I mean, when your money is paper again, you could have stacks of paper. You still can't get an ounce of silver or gold. So we're going to give you, I want to say 7 pieces in there for that, but it may be 8.
Those are 1 ounce pieces?
Moving on.
That's great.
Yep, little 1 ounce rounds. Yep. Yeah, it's
Love
pretty
it.
awesome. So, yeah, so, some of the other things, again, back solar charger, right? This is a solar charger. They all come in brand new boxes. Mine's all open because I've been out, playing around with and stuff, but solar charger, plug in any USB device to it, just put it out there, get the sunshine, charge your phone, charge your water boiler, small heater.
Okay, that's it. That's it. That's what I'm getting my son and my daughter for Christmas.
There you go.
They're beach volleyball players, Brett. They're beach volleyball players.
Oh, yeah.
And so we are constantly on the beach, and we have like this whole mechanism. It's nice. It's like this big brick charger, but you have to charge that up and you have to remember, and it's really heavy. And how nice would it be just to keep their solar charger in the AVP bag, and then they can charge anytime. Okay, I got it right there. That's a great.
And actually, there's a brick charger. the brick charger is in my Camelback. I just realized because I took it with me when I went spotting the other day. But yeah, so you can charge a brick charger too. That comes with this bag too. So yeah, charge your bivy stick that comes with it. Charge your phone that comes with it. Charge your backup battery that comes with it. Charge whatever you want. Your radio. Yeah, kids on the beach, 100%. Little fan going or something. But,
you know what we say about beach volleyball, Brett, in our family? We all play. My 14-year-old son, my daughter is going to Tennessee to play Division I beach volleyball on an athletic scholarship. She's a stud, total stud. Right. Congratulations. Wow. I'm so proud of you. My son plays collegiate beach volleyball and indoor volleyball as well. So we're just a very sporty family. Yeah. And, we did indoor volleyball for years. And we transitioned about 3 years ago, all the kids to almost exclusive beach volleyball. And so we're all over the country. But we say in beach volleyball, even when you're losing, you're winning because you're on the beach, you're in the sun, feet are in the sand, it's healthy. You just crack a beer. Well, the kids don't, but we do after the championship. It's like super great. So that's super awesome. That's a great idea. Love it.
Yeah. So solar off-grid bug out. And you have to consider, like, this is your bug out bag. So this is going to be in your car. Sorry, you can see my dog rolling around here.
That's okay. Your dog is fine. We like dogs.
It'll be, thank you. She's a trooper. Be by your door. Put it in your garage, right? Like, throw it in your camper. Put it somewhere that you don't have to go and get it. It's like in your path on the way out. That's what it's for. It's for bugging out. Bug out is a military term. You got to get out. You got to bug out. It's time to move.
Okay.
So all these things are designed for, like, you don't have the modern conveniences. You don't have, your running water. You don't have your outlets on your walls, right? You need these types of things. So in line with that, something that's not as high a ticket item, but something that I love is the wind-proof and waterproof lighter here, the little frog lighter. Cool. Just pop it open, plug that thing in, and boom, there it goes.
Nice.
Caution.
Oh, that's cool.
That'll burn. Yeah, super cool. Love that. Always need to be able to start a fire in an emergency, stay warm, cook some food. There's also, along with the lighter you get the waterproof matches here too. Those are always handy just to have as a bug out bag. Like I said, not the highest ticket item, but they are super important. Another thing that I really like is always super important is obvious first aid kit. Bumps, bruises, right? Anything you need. It comes in a waterproof bag, so it's all waterproof. So you can put some other stuff in there too, little drip bag. But I mean, it's got it is all the everything you ever needed. I didn't open this one, obviously. I got lots of first aid kits around, but Band-Aids, wrap, gauze, a little Neosporin in there, some safety pins, whatever you need, first aid kit, general first aid, There's nothing worse than being somewhere miserable and having, like, the tiniest little cut on the end of your finger that just rubs in on your gloves or has dirt in it and gets infected. I mean, a small first aid kit, again, it's different. You're talking difference between life and death, right? You handle something quickly. You need all this equipment is the stuff that you're going to need when you actually need it, like I said. Not because you thought about it or you're like, oh, that'd be nice to have that. It's like, no, I absolutely need this.
Right. Well, and it's like I mentioned, it's all super, super high quality stuff. And I have an idea for a collab for you guys. You definitely need to do a cross promotion collaboration with the wellness company because they have a great prescription emergency kit that has the antibiotics and all the things that you would need in an emergency situation. And so I should set you guys up with a meeting and they should just put their wellness company emergency kit in the bug out bag. I love that.
This does not come in the bag, but I personally, I put this in my bag. So just because it doesn't come in the bag, this is it's a little bit, it's a high ticket item, so it doesn't come in the bag, but I took the bug out bag from Satellite Phone Store and then I added things to it that I know that I would want to have in that bag. And absolutely, meds are in there. A little bit of food, absolutely in there. A little bit of water, 100%. But also, it comes with a life straw. So I love these life straws. There's about 200,000 drinks, I think, out of this.
Okay.
200,000. Yep, it's just a giant straw. You stick this end in the dirty, and you just drink out of the clean top here. It just pops
No
off like a normal
way.
straw. Yep, and you got fresh drinking water out of a stream, out of a pond, out of wherever, or out of your little mess kit that also comes in our bug out bag.
Oh my gosh, she's got everything.
In the mess
this
kit
thing.
here, we can boil some water, fry an egg, or we can scoop some water, dirty water, and then stick our life straw in it. And now we can drink clean water from anywhere. This cleans 99.9999% of all things. Look up Life Straw. Shout out to Life Straw. These are amazing items. But yeah, you also get your little mess kit. Obviously, little Boy Scout, little camping World War II mess kit here. I mean, it's not from World War II. I'm just saying it's that kind of style. Everything all compact into one. That comes in the bag.
Oh, I love this comment. Hold on one second. Hold the flashlight.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold it for a second, because I love this comment from General Patton on the live chat. By the way, everyone is loving General Patton on the live chat. He said you could even use this for bugging in. Say that the lights go down or the grid goes down in a big city and things are a little bit nutty and you need to kind of hunker down and protect
100%.
yourself. Like the bug out bag could help you bug in, kind of barricade yourself in and protect yourself in some type of crazy situation in the big cities. Great point, General Patton. Just had to. So let me see that flashlight. That's right.
Yeah, that's why he's a general. He's the general. Shout out to General. Yeah, EcoFlow flashlight, battery and chargeable. So again, you just plug that into your solar charger or battery, or just, again, you want to have all these things pre-charged, right? But maintenance is part of preparedness. Just checking on your stuff. How's my water still good? Is my battery still charged, right? Is my food still sealed and things like that. Right. No mice got into it. All right, so there you go, flashlight. And then, these kind of all come. There's a couple of these. I'll just go through them. So it's a bivy sleeping bag, emergency sleeping bag, a bivy sack. So it's one of those emergency blankets. We have the poncho that comes together.
Does that really keep you warm? That's so tiny. Wait. Does that really keep you warm? It's so tiny.
Oh yeah, it's one of these. Yeah, well, I mean, it unfolds, Shannon. I mean,
it's come on, take it out.
It's got this like super. See. This is the stuff that saves the firemen.
Right.
So this is the kind of sleeping bag. I'm never gonna get this back in here now. I just want you to know that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just had to see it though.
It's for emergencies, but there you go. Climb in there and you stay warm. It's like a a non-microwave microwave. You're like your own little burrito. But this is big enough for me. I'm a 6'4" and change kind of guy, but this thing is way big enough for you and a friend. And in a hyperthermic situation, if someone gets wet and cold and you need to get them warm, then you just take off all their wet clothes and get down to your skivvies and climb in there with them, and you can save someone's life. It's a real deal thing. So
that's amazing.
You get that bivy sack, you get the poncho, staying warm, like I said. Then you get just kind of a bivy throw sack here. Right?
Okay.
You get your bivy, kind of like your cover, like a rain cover, right? So you get your rain cover here, so you can build your own little off-grid shelter if you need it, or like the general said, a bug-in situation. If the power goes down, it's gonna get cold, right, at night. So you could build a small little shelter with your family or friends, or if you're getting real cold, just put up in there and jump up in there. And then that's the emergency sleeping bag. But then you also get a real sleeping bag, which is similar to the emergency sleeping bag. It's small as well, similar type of material, but you get a second one with it. Nice. So again, this is like same type design sleeping bag.
Okay.
But this one's nice and orange for you. Very similar to
that. One
for
a friend.
Bivy sack, but that one's a little bit more durable.
There really is something to be said for being able to hunker down. Like, say you're in New York City and everyone is freaking out, trying to get out of the city, and then people go bananas for a while and it gets dangerous out there. There's something to be said for
Yeah.
being able to hunker down for an extended period of time in your apartment behind your bolt and your lock, until things settle down and order is restored. So,
And
for
I would
people
say,
in this situation, go ahead.
oh yeah, you're absolutely right. And I would also like add to that, like, I do, like I said, I do hunting now, right? I
Yeah.
like to go out, and so I'll go out, and I might not carry my full sleeping bag system, which is a multiple part system with a bivy. I use an old military style with its own bivy
Okay.
sack. But some,
Yeah.
when I'm out walking, I might set up camp, and then I'll keep going out farther. But let's just say, you twist an ankle, you get lost,
Right.
a snowstorm comes
Right.
in. I mean, look how big this is, right? This is 4 inches by
Right.
3 inches, and it weighs nothing, right? I threw the thing
Yeah.
over there, but this is the size of the bag. It weighs nothing. This could save your life. And
Right.
this 4 inch by 2 inch, half, not even half an ounce. I don't know what's this weigh, like 2 ounces maybe at the most. I mean,
Right.
this is a life-saving device in any scenario. And I'm a Marine. I was search and rescue. I'm all that kind of stuff. But I carry this. I throw this in my bag, put it in my pocket, like just in case, even I could
love it.
break a leg, twist an ankle, do something. So, it's the little things that'll save your life. That little bit of water from a straw, this little bit of warmth, protection from the elements. Those are the things. Like this I love because this really is really effective. The anti-smoke mask.
Mhm.
A lot of bug out bags that I've seen other competitors, they don't think about that. I mean, one of the biggest things people bug out from is a fire, whether it's a
Right.
wildfire, a forest fire, a house fire. I mean,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you put a smoke mask in here? So here you get
Right.
your own smoke mask, right, in your bag. And especially we can see it now, like with Texas caught on fire all last year, burning across the range, North Carolina,
Right.
or sorry, Pacific Palisades just caught on fire.
Yeah.
You got to think about it. It's you sitting in traffic, right? It's you
Right.
trying to get away from the things as the smoke's billowing across, right? It's not
Mhm.
necessarily that you're in the fire putting the mask on in the house, or because it's, the fire is
Right.
raging across the mountains like it did in Palisades. Maybe it's because maybe it's you escaping. Smoke is everywhere. This type of, and it'll
Yeah.
knock you out just like that. So little things like
Absolutely
this, and then
critical out west. Yeah.
100%, 100%. And then, we got the duct tape. Always, what can't you fix with that?
Always
Gotta
need
have the
duct
duct
tape.
tape. Bungee cords,
great.
got a couple of those in there. Some
Okay.
fire starters. These are beat up because I've been out here starting fires.
Yeah.
Some hand warmers, emergency
Love it.
whistles, road atlas. I mean, I'm
Everything.
trying to think what else I got. Cords, wires. I think I might have went
Remember
through most
back
of
in the
stuff
day,
there.
Brett, when we were young whippersnappers, and if we had to go somewhere, we had to like call up the guy and be like, "Hey, can you give me directions to your house?" And then they'd be like, "Okay, you
Yeah.
get on this street, then you turn right, and then you turn left at the Rock, and right at the gas station on this street." Like, or we'd look at a map. Like we'd get out, if we got
A map
lost,
is-
and you pull the map
I
out
don't
of
know,
the
do you
car.
guys recognize?
you get
Does everybody
Oh my
recognize what
gosh,
this is? These
it's
are
a relic.
roads and
What
it's a
is
real map
what is
with a
that
real
ancient
real legend.
artifact?
I know. I'm telling
That's
you
great.
again. You're bringing it up. We're making a joke out of, it, but it's so real
It's so serious.
that
It is so
when things go awry, you don't have Google Maps. You don't have MapQuest. You don't have all these technologies, so you can't just plug in. And let me just tell you a real story. During the Palisades fire, I have friends up in the Hollywood Hills. I have friends up in Malibu. I lived in LA for almost 20 years. I have friends all around California, but I'm not in California right now. I'm outside. So while they were being affected, I was on the phone with them. And while some of them weren't getting service, some of them weren't getting signals, I was able to access this information, whether it's roads, whether it's where emergencies, whether it's getting through to them on satellite. I mean, there are friends of mine that I helped navigate back roads through away from things because they couldn't get signal. They couldn't get service. Right. So it's like, okay, write this down. This is what you have to do. Just like my dad used to tell me, hey, you're going to your friend's house. Just like you said. All right, you go 10 miles here.
Wild.
You make a right on this. Then you go another 3 miles here. I mean, that's how the world worked. I think people really forgot about that. But in the emergency, that's what we were doing. Write this
Yeah,
down. This is where
absolutely.
you need to go. Go 200 yards, make a right, take another 30 feet, take a left. Okay, go up around the canyon. Then when you get to the top, don't go over the top. Go along the canyon 300 yards. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
that's how it
Yeah.
worked, during this
Yeah.
emergency. And that's, so again, maybe it's not the most expensive item in the bag, but this road atlas in every state could save your life, because
Yeah,
you
good.
can figure out how to get you and your family away from whatever's taking place where you're at without any of the other technologies in the world. You just need
It's
this
really
right
cool.
here. So,
Hey, Brett
yeah,
Miller,
again,
we are running out of time. Show's
yes,
almost
ma'am.
over. I mean, we could,
Okay.
how much more is in there? How much more do we have in there? Do we have to do another show?
I think
on
that's
this?
it. I think
You got a lot of the
we
good
got a
stuff.
big mess on the floor, but I think that's the gist of it. I may have missed one or two little pieces here and there, but I mean, generally, I got all the big ticket items. You saw it: silver, knives, water filters, solar chargers, backup batteries, free 2-year service plan on a phone, 2-year service plan on a bivy stick satellite device, Faraday bags, first aid kits, lighters.
Love it.
You name
You
it.
name it.
Yeah.
Tina
You name it,
thought
we give it to
of
you.
Yeah, Tina thought of everything. That's the bug out
Everything.
bag. It is exclusively provided by our friends over at the Satellite Phone Store. You get 10% off with my promo code
Did I mention knives?
JOY sat123.com/joy. And hopefully we'll be featuring, there are a couple items in the bug out bag that would be great stocking stuffers, Christmas gifts for your loved one. And, when money is tight, and I understand money is tight, it's tight for us too, and my family. Sometimes the best gifts are the ones that will actually save a life, one that will help your family member prepare. These are things that we need regardless, and it's great to put that kind of stuff under the tree. So I really want to encourage you guys to think about the Satellite Phone
100%.
Store for your Christmas gift giving all through December. We have lots of time. They are ramping up the shipping and getting ready to send that out to all of you. So make sure you go to sat123.com/joy. That's my page, and use the promo code JOY so that they know I sent you, but also so that you can get that 10% off. So most important question, Brett, what are you doing? So for Thanksgiving, we are hosting the Joy family. We're hosting about 20 people. Now, I'm not cooking for luckily my husband, devastatingly handsome Dr. Joy. He's very good. He's very, very handy in the kitchen.
Of course.
And he's super excited about he takes care of the turkey. So he's doing the turkey this year, and he's got this whole thing. He's like, it's brining today. So he's going to dump it in some kind of brine thing. And then he's going to like rub it down with something, which scandalous, right? Rub that
show, young lady.
This is a 26-pound turkey. Okay, he's gonna rub it down. Then he's gonna stick it in a. I guess he's gonna put it in a sackcloth and then put it in the oven and then just do the thing. Maybe stuff it with a ham.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's something highly elaborate. So that's what's happening at our house. What's happening at your house for Thanksgiving this year as we end this short week and get ready to unplug, get off our devices, and go start hanging out with our family? What are you guys up to?
That's it. Yeah, we'll do traditional. I would definitely cook a turkey. Every year I cook a turkey. It's one of my favorite meals: mashed potatoes, green beans, the whole works.
Let's go.
Give thanks to, for my family and kids, and then my mom will come visit. She's gonna come out and visit and hang out, so we'll spend time with mom and and kiddos and doggo and chickens and all my birds and everything, and we'll just hang out. But I'm not going to eat one of my birds this year, just FYI.
I was going to say, are you going to sacrifice a bird?
No.
Are you going to sacrifice? Okay.
No, not this year. I'm making more birds for next year, so I'm not going to sacrifice a bird this year. They're all pardoned.
And any secrets? Yeah. Any secrets for your turkey, or are you just go with the classic traditional
cider beer? I'm a fan of the trap the moisture in the bag and put a little cider beer, chop up all your goodlings and stick it in there. But I like when the cider beer evaporates and then you get that good, nice, warm apple cidery smell that takes over the house, and garlic. I love my garlic. Eat your garlic.
All right, that's good. Day. Well, listen, Brett, I'm really thankful for you. And I'm thankful for Tina and Jennifer and the entire team over at Satellite Phone Store. They've been a real blessing to me and to this show and to my audience. And I just want to wish you guys an amazing holiday. And I can't wait to meet you back in this studio after Thanksgiving, because we have more preparedness to talk about. And we're going to be giving away a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff for Satellite Phone Store.
Awesome stuff coming for Christmas. God bless you and your family, and have a great holiday. Thank you so much for everything
Okay.
you do, and we love you equally, if
Oh,
not more, from us to
oh.
you. So then thanks to everybody, your whole audience. God bless them all. And yeah, we'll see you in December. Let's do it.
Okay. All right, let's go. Thank you to Brett Miller. Again, the satellite phone store, sat123.com/joy. So sat123.com/joy. Mark the Regan, I see you on the live chat. Lighters could be very important. Absolutely. Mama C 1996, survival in your car. What happens if there's a blizzard? There are all kinds of reasons. I mean, that bug out bag is insane. And yes, thank you to Brett. He's always so great to chat with. I see you, CJP Rumble. And I want to thank all of you. Thank you to TJ, who has done such an amazing job producing the Shannon Joy Show. We've got to know him over the past I want to say the past 4 to 6 weeks, and it's been going great. Thank you to all of you, my audience. You guys are such a blessing to me, and I so appreciate your encouragement. You challenge me, you inform me, you point me to other great sources, and you have been one of the best parts of the Shannon Joy Show since we launched this show 12 years ago. I just can't believe how lucky I am that I get to come and spend time with all of you every single day, live, right here on Rumble and all of the different platforms. To our friends over at Rumble, thank you. The help that I've gotten from the folks at Rumble in self-producing and now growing and platforming this show, I cannot thank them enough. And of course, all of our sponsors. Don Polano of PCM and Associates. He's my financial advisor and the very first sponsor of the Shannon Joy Show 12 years ago. He took a bet on a girl, and he's been an advertiser with me ever since. And so Don Polano and Rita, his wife, thank you so much for your support of the Shannon Joy Show. Couldn't do it without you guys. Of course, our friends over at the Satellite Phone Store, Tina and Jennifer and Brett, they are absolutely amazing. All the agencies that I work with that bring all these great products to all of you guys. Really super thankful for them. And yes, Mark the Regan, we are going to be having a show tomorrow. We're going to be running some really great best of series on the SJ show. So make sure you tune in for the live show. We're going to have a lot of great stuff for you. Some of the best interviews, segments, you name it. We're going to have content for you guys. The folks over at Rocket Dollar, so thrilled to be working with Henry Yoshida and the team over at Rocket Dollar. Looking forward to working with them in the new year. And unbelievable. My cup runneth over. Thankful for the family and, of course, all of you. So I want to wish you guys a great Thanksgiving. Again, let's unplug. Everyone in DC is crazy. The politicians are crazy. It's all so nutty. Let's cling to what is real, what is human, what is natural. Let's get off the digital and the synthetic and get to the analog and the real and the human. Let's do that around the Thanksgiving table this holiday season and kick off Christmas in the Christmas season as well. I will miss all of you. You guys go find your happiness. That's right. Do not obey. And we will see you. No, we're not done till Monday. We are going to be watching. There's going to be The Big Short Friday, midday, matinee, live behind the Rumble Premium paywall this Friday. So set your clocks for that. We're going to be watching The Big Short together. And as I mentioned, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, we are going to have live shows. It's going to be featuring a lot of best of. Do you guys even listen to me when I tell you what's going on? No, I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. CJP Rumble, you've been listening to the show since the beginning. And I've said this like 3 or 4 times. I love you, CJP Rumble. You're the best. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Detached from that matrix. And we'll see you for the next live show on Monday. So you have a great day. We'll see you soon.